I'm hoping that everything's working good. And today might be a somewhat shorter stream than usual. I'm kind of yeah. I guess I've only streamed like 4 times in recent memory, so there really isn't much of a case of how much streaming is like a normal amount for me, I guess. Which, not the worst, I suppose. It could be like, oh, I'm streaming, ever. I disappear with the chickens. They shall never know that I've taken them. Ah, yes. This way I can just save up on my chickens. And I don't have to try as hard. Yeah. So I have a bunch of those hens. I can collect some briar hen. Because I have those. Okay, so I'm gonna just, 1 second. Sorry, technical difficulties. Okay, and I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, and what's my order of business for today? That's the first thing I should figure out. Because I have all these chickens, but I don't have any... Do I have things I could feed them to? Yeah, I do. I guess first order of business is making sure all of my slimes are fed, and then I can try to get it so that I have even more slimes. I feel like that's a good order of operations. I'll feed these quantum lemons to my, little quantum boys. Seriously, I give them so much food, and yet they never do anything with it. They seem to like the pogo fruit, though. That's good. Though I do know that their favorite flavor is the quantum lemon. I just forget at times. Oh, look at these little babies. They're all so soft and sweet. And honestly could probably consume me in one fell gloop if they ever actually wanted to. Hey, speaking of gloop, what do y'all think about architecture? Like, there's so much interesting things that architects do. Like, did you know that there are some buildings that are so tall that they literally have floors that are, like, entirely dedicated to being, like, just protection against them being so tall? Like, it's apparently a phenomenon with skyscrapers. I don't really know enough about it to be able to say this kind of stuff with confidence, but I know enough to sound like I'm saying it with confidence, if that makes sense. Long story short, don't trust my judgment, but do trust the fact that I think I know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I guess on the line of architecture, I kind of wonder why, popcorn ceilings exist. That's an interesting thing, like, they're at a popcorn ceiling, and you're just like, wonder why you're so bumpy. Like, my best guess as to why popcorn ceilings exist is that, like, I think that it's probably just really hard to make ceilings flat. Like, I'm imagining, like, some person, like, they're a professional in their field, and they're having to, like, go up there onto the ceiling with, like, I don't know, that thing that you put, caulk on? Like, is that what caulk is used for? I don't know. Spackle or whatever. And they're, like, trying to get the ceiling all nice and flat. And then it's just like, okay, how do I get the ceiling flat? And the answer just ends up being something along the lines of, I mean, you don't really. Because it's like you're trying to paint on a ceiling, except worse, I guess? Okay, honey slimes are good and fed. And I'm just gonna grab some more mangoes so that I can feed them those. Gonna get some heartbeats as well for my rock slimes. That way I can get the food that every slime likes. I'm pretty sure the boom slimes or the rad slimes like... Yeah, the rad slimes like Oka Okas, so I'm gonna put that into their enclosure. And then once I have the rad slimes, I think that it's finally time for me to go back to the other slime planet. But yeah, back to ceilings. So, I think, like, this is my theory, is that ceilings are really hard to get flat, and so as a means to make ceilings look good when they aren't flat and are just a little lumpy, they, like, put the popcorn onto the ceiling, and it makes it so that the lumpiness is, like, less noticeable. And so, because it's less noticeable, people just don't care as much. And yeah, 1 second. Back to gaming. Okay. So many weird issues this stream. Oh wow, that's annoying. Oh, hi, Night Penguin! It's good to, I don't know, hear from somebody. Yeah, I'm talking about how ceilings work right now, and my current theory as to why, popcorn ceilings just exist. 'Cause... yeah. I have other, like, interesting theories as well. Like... yeah, hello. Along those lines. Like, sometimes I wonder, like, exactly how much, okay, so vinyl. Vinyl, it's like, people are like, oh, vinyl, it sucks. Oh, no. Vinyl sucks so much. I don't think vinyl, or is it vinyl? I don't really think it sucks. I'm just like... I think that the... oh yeah, that's fair. Also, I wish that they could be, like, other colors. Like... I think it'd be really cool if you could have, like, a popcorn ceiling that had, like, I don't know, Starry Night by Van Gogh on it, but the only way I can think of doing that is either dyeing it other colors, which wouldn't work, I don't think. Or you do something weird along the lines of, like, I don't know, painting it, but like a painted popcorn ceiling is like you take everything bad from a popcorn ceiling and everything bad from paint, and it just looks, and I guess feels awful. But yeah, popcorn ceilings, they're like a forbidden snack of architecture. You want to like just slap them because you think that they'll feel all nice, but no, they're just kind of chalky and awful, and they suck when you touch them, and it's just sad. And it's just like, oh, why do you have to suck? I don't like things sucking. Yeah. Aw, man. Either way, these little guys need some food. Yeah! But yeah, back to the paint thing. Think of, like, the texture of a popcorn ceiling, but, like, with house paint, and it's, like, kind of slick and acrylic-y. And just that. That does not sound pleasant. It just sounds like, ugh, sensory awfulness. Yeah. I'm not sure if the popcorn chalk feeling is better or worse than the popcorn painted feeling, though. Like, I'd say it's probably slightly better because at least it's not stuck on your hands for a couple days afterwards, but, like, that's kind of pushing it still. I need to get some food for these guys. So I'm just gonna gather up these hens. Yeah. I think that... yeah, just feeling all the smooth bumps. Yeah, I think the thing that bugs me about the thought of, like, painted popcorn ceilings isn't even the, like, bumpiness, it's like the paint texture. Just imagining that kind of slick, almost plasticky texture. Because I'm thinking of, like, acrylic paint, not, like, house paint when I describe this. You know, that's kind of, like, shiny and slick and just kind of bad. Just... Huh. I don't know, it doesn't sound fun to me. I have a couple of other just strong opinions on architecture, though. Oh yeah, I think it might look nice, as long as it's not like the shiny kind. But it would also feel weird. And it probably wouldn't be able to do it, whatever its job is as a popcorn ceiling quite as well. Oh yeah, I forgot I had this thing. I mean, I'm not gonna do it, but I forgot I had it. Yeah. Oh yeah, other cursed architecture ideas. Vinyl flooring, but it's a wall. I don't know, vinyl is cool, it's actually a pretty nice material. As far as I'm aware, the reason why people hate vinyl so much is because, and when I talk about vinyl, I'm thinking of like the thing that's basically pine sap mixed with a bunch of other stuff that gets turned into flooring sometimes. That stuff. I think my personal guess as to why people hate it so much is that basically it got... At first it was a rich person thing that was used for home decoration, and then it became more easily accessible to people, and then it proceeded to become a nice, easy, and most importantly, cheap housing thing for like a nice floor. But that meant that it was now accessible to poor people, which made it so that rich people hated it. And since vinyl is like super easily moldable into a bunch of like cool designs, that meant that, you know, the type of people that like customizing their house a lot, customize their house with it, hence resulting in the designs that were like, kind of, to nowadays. You know, like those weird 70s vinyl floor designs? That. Yeah. But yeah, wood flooring, in my opinion, though, is quite overrated. Like, it's not that wood flooring is bad or anything. It's just that, it feels like it's more than it's worth. And frankly, if you have the option, I feel like you'd probably be better off, like, getting, like, a cool concrete floor. Because a concrete floor doesn't actually have to be, like, cold. You can actually put, like, heating stuff into the concrete floor, so you can have a heated concrete floor. And, I don't know, just heated floors are so nice. Like, you go into a building and it has a heated floor, and you're like, oh my god, why don't I have a heated floor? I don't know. But yeah. I don't know, do you have any opinions on that kind of stuff? Because otherwise I'm probably just gonna keep rambling about heated floors. Because, yeah, I don't know, it's an interesting topic. That's all. Right? Okay, cool, the plort collectors collected the plorts. And I can gather these. Oh yeah, they're a thing. They're... I actually took like a tour to this one campus a couple years back. And they had like this thing where one of their newer dorms actually had entirely heated flooring. And it was really nice because it... Like, as far as I'm aware, heated floors are more of a thing in places like Japan. But basically they put like these little electric rods that will like heat up the under area of the floor. As far as I'm aware, they don't work quite as well with wood, so they usually have floors made of different materials like tile and stuff. But you can use concrete and stuff, and it doesn't have to be concrete colored. You could also have like, I don't know, a nice burnished orange stone looking floor that just is made of concrete. And it would like be warm to the touch so that when you get up and it's like cold and frosty, you can put your feet on the floor and they're just warm. At least that's like my idealized idea of it. I don't have heated floors. Though I do think it'd be cool if I ever had the opportunity to like build my own house. I'm totally giving it heated floors, just like I'm totally giving it a somewhat above average sized like shower. I don't care about bathtubs. Bathtubs are fine. They're just not my thing. But nice big shower with good water pressure? Oh, that's the life. Especially with like a shower chair that you can sit down in while you're showering. Like, the lap of luxury. The ability to sit while you're having water just go over you. It's the best thing ever. I love that feeling. I love it so much. Ah, yes. It gives me power. I make myself laugh. But yeah. I don't know. Like, the thing that put me on the shower grind of my opinion of showers was 2 showers specifically. One is my grandparents' shower. It was like this somewhat bigger than average shower that had like just really good water pressure, and it would like slap me with it, and it would like, I could put my arm under it and I'd see it warp slightly in the shower water because it was just slapping my skin, and I just like get really clean, and I felt like I just had a top layer of grime just ripped off me, which was cool. And then the other shower, it was a wedding, and one of my parents' cousins was getting married. I had never met the man before. And apparently, he had like a really big house. And I was like, huh, wow, this dude has money. Apparently just, I don't know, he must have like invested into Apple or something. I have no clue. That's a guess. For all I know, he got into like the evil of apes. He didn't. This is a joke. He is not an NFT man as far as I'm aware. Oh my. Yeah. But he had like this shower that was the size of a small room. And I just sat in it, and it was just really nice to be able to sit comfortably in a shower. That is my entire opinion. Showers are nice. And the ability to sit in them, even nicer. If you ever want to make a good investment, a shower stool. Good investment. Yeah, actually. But yeah, being able to sit in the shower is really nice because, like, it's just when you're tired, you can just drag the stool into the shower and you can just kind of sit there, and it doesn't feel the same as when you're just... There's times when you're in the shower and you just kind of sit on the shower floor, and those times feel awful, and having a shower chair makes them just so much better. Because if you have a shower chair, then, well, it's like more comfortable, I guess. And also, like, if you're just straight up physically tired, you can just rest and you don't have to stand while you're doing stuff, and you can, like, wash your legs and stuff properly with like a washcloth or something without risking losing your balance. Usually shower stools, at least around here, from where I am, are advertised to like older people, like grandpa, grandma age, but they're like a really nice investment for just anyone. The only real trait of a shower stool, as far as I'm aware, that makes them shower stool versus just a regular stool, by the way, is that they dry a bit quicker. So they're able to be used for, like, sitting in the shower and just don't get moldy. That's the entire thing. Yeah. With more nutrients per cup. Oh no, advertisements! Ah! Come on, music, why? Oh, that's why. Okay. Oh, my mic is peaking a little. I'm just gonna get it a bit further away from my face in that case. Okay. Back to Slime Game and Kirby music, because I like this music. It's very good. Yeah. I think it's really cool how for this Kirby soundtrack, it's the soundtrack for the Kirby Cafe in Japan, by the way, that they actually more or less did a remix of a bunch of, like, original, Kirby songs from the games. And the remixes are, like, full-on remakes of the songs and, like, made to be chill and set for, like, being in a cafe. They even did it for, like, more intense songs, which I find cool. I don't know, Kirby Cafe's just cool. I like themed cafes. They're really interesting to me, even when they're the kind of, ones that make you go, ah. Because they're just themed around kind of weird stuff. Yeah. I talked about this a couple days ago, but I think I'll just bring it up again because I really do like this topic. I think that it's a really cool artistry thing when someone can make food that also looks like a character or some kind of art thing. And it's just like, oh hey, that's a sandwich, but it also looks like, I don't know, a Pokemon from my Pokemon games. That's just really cool. Or like, oh hey, this is a flan, but it looks like Kirby. Stuff like that's always really interesting because it adds another layer of enjoyment to the food. Of like, you can enjoy the flavor, but you can also have an aesthetic enjoyment of it. And like, just the experience of food as like a multi-layered concept, really interests me a lot. Ooh, dervish slime. Yes. Windy boy. But the experience of food really, interests me because it involves basically every single one of your senses. So like, you can have food that tastes really good, but if you're plugging your nose, you can't taste it as well. Or if you are, I don't know, like the way you see food, like you see food for the first time before you eat it, that will affect how it physically tastes to you. Like, food will taste like, people will have different opinions of food that they eat while, people have different opinions of food that they eat while blindfolded than they eat if they can see it. Like, and I think that's really interesting. Because just the sensory experience of food is really cool. Another one is just how the sense of smell affects taste. Like, if you can't smell, you start to be unable to tell if something's like... You could drink butter and not be able to smell it all, and it'd probably not seem like butter. Like, I've seen, like, these science shows where the dude's like... Where there's this guy and he's like, ah yes, I'm drinking a drink here. One of them is water, one of them is butter, and he plugs his nose, and then the butter's just... Oh no, and he unplugs his nose and he can taste the butter. I'm just like, how can you not tell? Doesn't oil have a different texture? I don't know. I think it'd be fun if someone made a cake that had the exact same texture as cake, but it had just like the flavor of horseradish. Like, I think that'd be fun. I think it'd be cool to be a little evil like that sometimes. Like, you bite into a cake and it's just like this dense, moist looking cake, and it has the texture of cake. Yeah, that's the thing. It'd be evil to give someone that. Like, it's one thing to put sauerkraut in cake. That can be good sometimes if you don't mess with it too much. But making a cake purposefully taste like something it's not? Oh, that's just evil. And that's my thought process, because it's like, it's funny. Because it sucks. And it's just, oh no. That's just a thing of like, sometimes I wish to be a little bit evil to people. Another one that I think would be nice that's a bit nicer is, honestly, I wish most sweets, like sweet foods like cookies and cake and stuff, actually had less sugar in them. Like, they weren't as sugary. Because I love sweets. Like, I've come to the conclusion that I love sweets, but I don't like sugar. Like, I can't handle sweetness beyond like an overripe banana, it seems, without it making me physically ill. Which sucks, because my hobby, one of my hobbies is baking. I like to think I'm pretty good at it too. But this results in like kind of interesting stuff. Like, I had this thing where I made birthday cakes for my friends for a while. And just a thing with them would be that they'd comment that the cakes I made were not particularly sweet. So Okay, basically every time I made a birthday cake, and this kind of annoyed me a little, but I understand it, but it's still, like, pet peeve of mine. Every time I made a birthday cake for my friends, I'd always give, like, a couple weeks warning, and they'd be like, yeah, sure, make a cake. But then, like, one of their family members wouldn't trust my ability to cook, so they'd bring a cake from, just a store-bought cake from the store, and and it'd be annoying, because I'd have brought my own homemade cake that took, like, days upon days to make. Not days, it took like a couple hours, but it took planning, and I put effort into it, and I made it the perfect flavor, and I made it like everything that the person had wanted, and then someone else just decided to bring another cake. Like, this happened specifically at, the birthday of one of my friends, and he got, like, a cake from this local cafe, and he also got my cake, and I'd messed up on the frosting on my cake a little bit. So, it was, oh no! No, he imploded! No! Oh, he's dead! No! F in the chat. Not really, though, you don't have to. What is that noise? Wait, that's the noise of the food. That's the noise of the... Oh yes, I forgot. That's the noise that... Oh. Not have this guy implode. What was I talking about? Yeah, they bought a cake from, like, this, cafe, and it was, like... It was a good cake, it was kind of sweet, and the cake I had made was a little weird. It was this chocolate cake that had blueberries, like, in between each layer, and I didn't want to make the frosting too sweet because the cake was already pretty sweet. So I had experimented a little and added a bit of gelatin to the frosting, and it gave it a weird texture because I wasn't familiar with how to use gelatin yet. It was honestly kind of justified that they brought a second cake, but the fact that they had brought a second cake without actually involving it at all still annoyed me. But the funny thing that happened was that, their cake, the cake that they bought from the cafe was the one that got, like, half finished first. Like, my cake wasn't being touched initially, which made me sad. But then what ended up happening was that later on, my cake was the one that got fully eaten first. And I actually asked my friend about this, like, he brought it up unprompted. And basically what he said was that while my cake hadn't been, like, as, like, immediately punch you in the face with flavor, what had happened was that it had, as far as I'm aware, basically been, like, a bit more of, like, a junk food kind of thing where you can keep popping it in your mouth and just keep eating it, whereas the other cake, was, like, it was good for a slice, and then it was just, like, they got maxed out, which I found really interesting, because it was, like, as far as I could tell, both cakes were good, like, there wasn't complaints about it, but, I don't know, just the difference. It intrigued me. Yeah. Ugh. Overall, I just like baking. It's a fun hobby. I just need to find... I really wonder where the Tangle slimes went. Like, I'm trying to find them, but I have no clue where they spawn. Really annoying, actually. But yeah, another cake I've actually made quite a variety of cakes. I like experimenting with them. It's to the point where one second. I hear food. Where's that rumbling coming from? I smell gamer. I smell gamer. What I actually smell is gilded ginger, and I don't smell it, I hear it. But that joke was funny, so I'm gonna keep going with it. Nope, lost the scent. Too bad. I seriously do wonder, though, where the Tangle slimes are. I swear they're supposed to, like, spawn around here. Yeah, you can actually make cake with, like, a lot of things. It's mainly just, like, you need some kind of grain that's like the basis of the cake. And then depending on what you're doing, you either need like a binder to make it bind together, or a leavener of some sort to make it, you know, leaven. Because there are certain... What I define as a cake is kind of loose. Like, I think mochi is technically a cake. Not all mochi, mind you, but some mochi. Some mochi is cakes. Specifically stuff like butter mochi is a cake. Which is like, it's kind of like a mochi cake hybrid. It has a really nice texture and it's super oily and good. I don't know. You know, I'm just gonna go back home with the stuff I have. Seems like I'm not having any luck with finding these, so I'm just gonna go home and do what I need to. Because as far as I'm aware, I remember exactly who I wanted to breed this Mosaic slime with. And it is these slimes over here. I wonder how the Boom and Radplorts ended up over here. Oh no, these guys need food. I really wonder what went behind the creation of Slime Rancher. I wonder if there's like a documentary video on it or something, because upon being able to actually play this game, I really like it. This is better than Stardew Valley in my opinion. That's not high praise. I don't like Stardew Valley. This is not quite as good as Nuclear Throne, which is really high praise because Nuclear Throne is my favorite game to ever be played. Yes. So that sounds like I'm insulting it, which I'm not. It's Slime Rancher good. Yes. Yeah, let's go feed these slimy babies. That sounds really weird to say. Okay. But yeah, either way, it's really nice to see you again, Night Penguin. I appreciate you coming by. But yeah, let's feed these little dudes. And get myself some hyper dangerous Largos. Okay. Starting. Once you've popped, you can't stop. Let's just get some silver parsnips in there. Dude, that's water. But yeah! Now I can actually improve the size of my, thing for these little guys. And I put these guys together because of the unique trait that their stuff goes away with the introduction of water. Meaning that I can handle their problematic tendencies in the exact same way that I would for the other slime. Meaning that I'm less at risk of getting immediately hurt by them. Which I think is good. Oh wait, that's probably why they're blushing. There's too many puddle slimes in here. They get embarrassed. Well, that's cute. Try moving some of them. I'll try to see how many puddle slimes I can introduce before they get nervous. Okay, is 4 puddle slimes too many? Okay, 5 puddle slimes is too many. Cute? Didn't realize that there was a terminal puddle slime level. Huh? Sweet. That means I can probably have just 2 of these. And then the other thing I could do with... And then it's That means that it's finally time I use the space that I have over here. Because I haven't actually used any of this space. There we are. One thing I need, definitely, is a second silo. I think that'd be a good purchase. I also need an incinerator to keep my little babies in. So one thing I could do is... I don't want them getting lonely, so I'm gonna put the fire slimes here. How do I... I don't know how to care for the fire slimes. That's just sad. Aw, man. Oh well. Other thing I'm gonna purchase is a silo, which I can then keep stuff in. Yeah, I didn't know I had a natural little puddle here. See? And a place with a view. Ooh. Yeah, I should figure out some stuff that I'm okay with burning. Well, yeah, I could probably go to the... Oh no. I have far too many pink plorts. I'm feeding my little babies a little too well, it seems. I still have plenty of money, so I can just store these in the slime science building. Oh yeah! I remembered. Since I'm pretty sure these guys are getting bred with... Yeah, I don't remember who I'm... Oh, I remember who I'm breeding these guys with, yeah. Which means that the dervish slimes are gonna go over here. Yeah. I'm planning on breeding these guys with hunter slimes. So that means that I'm gonna have to get hunter slimes, but once I do, I'll have them. And that'll be a good thing. Hello, chickens. Goodbye, chickens. Go into the plort machine, plort collector. Yes. Which button does that? Oh, it's Q. I really need to figure out how to use this because I have one. Maybe it's in my thing? No. Huh. Yeah, I don't really know how to... I don't really know how to use those. Sucks, because I'm pretty sure I need some of the supplies that they can give. I mean, I can probably just fabricate a bunch. Yeah. Either way. My goal is to have it so that I have a full amount of every major resource in my little collectors. So that does mean that I'm gonna just have a bunch of chickens. I wonder if you can burn the chickens in the incinerator. I don't plan on trying, it's just a thing I'm curious about. There we are. Yeah, I think it'd be fun to have one of these collectors entirely dedicated to, I don't know, just foods. Way. Oh, time to feed these little babies. It's always so weird that they can't just kind of grab the food from the, like, area near the tree. I accept that, though. They're a little dumb. Seem to really like the Pogo fruits, though, which is good. There we are. And then, since I have all of these, I can experiment with burning stuff. And then I can give my fire slime some food, and I can set up like a teleportation station. Once I get the resources for a teleportation station, that is. Eat your food. I love this game. I'm so glad that... I am so glad that my sibling decided as like a multi-month long decided impulse purchase to buy themselves just a computer that I now mooch off of. Just to play video game. Gosh, I love video game. Leisure activity be like. Yeah. I think it'd be fun if maybe I, like, started reading again, just so that I could have more interesting stuff to talk about on stream. Like, maybe I could get back to reading that book about food that I was interested in, so that I could chat a bit more about some of the stuff that the book covers. Because I stopped at the chapter about eggs, and it's a fascinating book, I just have no attention span. That's fruit. Back here. And I really want to at least get to the section on spices. But I do have to do programming homework after I'm done with streaming for today. So I can just ask about that. I'm not behind in my work. I should be doing it because it's been assigned, but I'm not behind, so I think I'm still better off than I could be. Oh gosh. I almost died there. That would have sucked. Oh no. Look at these little cutie patooties. Really like that rubber duck, it seems. I'm glad about that. How does this work? Do I launch the fire slime into it? Okay. How do I feed you? I just want to take care of you. How do I care for fire slime? Maybe it's in the Slimepedia? Okay, resume. Under an incinerator. This is an incinerator, yeah? Oh. Come on, little guy. Don't you like this place? They're just bouncing out. Why is this happening? Hey. It appears that what would be best is you can't put a plort collector in this guy. Ah. Suck them up. I plop them out. And I just gotta make sure I keep these little dudes fed. With just items that I can store up, I guess. Huh. Gotta keep these guys fed. That explains why plorts have apparently been appearing everywhere. I need more carrots for these dudes to keep the little guys fed. Which, problem. Not big one, though. Oh yeah, that's not an issue. These guys can't become largos. Oh! Hi, little guy. You back up in there. Oh! Up. Where'd the other little dude go? Okay. They're back in. That was worrying. I didn't want those little dudes to die. Yeah, it's funny that they get like performance anxiety when they, I don't know, they're just goobin and then they get performance anxiety. Funny. I think it's funny. It might not actually be funny, but I think. And that's all that matters because I'm the one who's I am the great wizard, whatever. Yes, I have the power here. Ha 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 ha. I'm just gonna sell all of these because I have an explicit amount that I try to stay around. Okay. Yep, that's the amount of money I want to have. Means I'm gonna store this guy in the slime science, but thing. Oh my god. That is a lot of chicken. I think what would be smart is to just keep all of my chickens in. Okay. Little stony hens in. Kind of wonder what the upper limit things are, though. That's what I want to find out by just breeding so many of these chickens. I think I'll be able to figure out the max number of chickens I can keep in one of those things. And then I'll just have resources if I need them. I need to move a roostero from one habitat to another. Otherwise, I'll start causing... Well, that's an elder hen. Okay, where are you, chicken? You, Briar hen. Go away. Go in here. Take the painted hen out. I can put the elder hen in. Yeah, that seems like a good setup there. Yeah, okay. Painted hen goes in. We don't need that many roosteros. We only really need 2 per pen. Looks like this roostero goes into storage. Alright then. Doing this today actually really helped out a lot. I was not feeling good when I started this, but apparently I'm gonna just be able to, I don't know, stick with it. That's nice. I did not expect pain relief to be a side effect of, being a gamer. But apparently it is. Effects of gamering may include, I suppose. Which is nice. Yeah, there we go. Oh no, I'm too much of a gamer, I'm gonna implode, that kind of thing. Be a funny skit. Oh no, these little need food. Get some foods for them. After I get some carrots for these guys. Actually, I probably have heartbeats. I'll get some of those for them. Yep. Okay. Then I put the heartbeats away into this little dude's food container. There we are. That's probably enough food for them. But since I have the extra room, there we are. Other stuff I can do. Well, you eat fruit, but you'll eat anything. So I'll just give you guys carrots. So that seems like it's the best option there. And I'm just gonna feed these little dudes some odd onions to tide them over. Stuff them into their enclosure. And then I'm gonna grab some... I just gotta make sure all of my little babies are fed. All of my little, crunch munchers. They crunch and munch on food. So, yeah. Second. And... Alright, and I'm back. Seemed like I was having some temporary issues, and I just wanted to make sure that they weren't gonna, you know, stick around to become permanent issues. I think it was just, like, a door opening or something that was like causing me to go a little. That's a theory. Doors, are they connected to the internet? Oh no, my door is on Wi-Fi. A horror story. Oh no, my door is on Wi-Fi and it will not connect. I need to feed these dudes though. You guys like the odd onion? It's not your favorite food, okay. Well, I know what your favorite food is, at least I can imagine. You guys like this? Is your favorite? It doesn't seem like it. Is your favorite food odd onion? Seems like I don't know their favorite. Well, I guess I'll just feed them the odd onion then. What I have on hand. Little dudes need food too. I'll give them some carrots. Alright, there we are. And... Okay. You know what? I'm done for today. Goodbye.